Bodh Gaya is a religious site and place of pilgrimage associated with the Mahabodhi temple complex in Gaya district in the Indian state of Bihar. It is famous as it is the place where Gautama Buddha is said to have obtained enlightenment, Pali, Bodhi, under what became known as the Bodhi tree. For Buddhists, Bodh Gaya is the most important of the main four pilgrimage sites related to the life of Gautama Buddha, the other three being Kushinagar, Lumbini, and Sarnath. In 2002, Mahabodhi Temple, located in Bodh Gaya, became a UNESCO World Heritage Site. History. Bodh Gaya is the most holy place for Buddhists. Situated by the bank of river Naranjana, the place was then known as Uruvela. King Ashoka was the first to build a temple here. Traditionally, Buddha was born in 563 BC in what is now Nepal on the following auspicious Baisakhi Purnima. As Siddhartha, he renounced his family at the age of 29 in 534 BC and travelled and meditated in search of truth. After practicing self-mortification for 6 years at Uruvela in Gaya, he gave up that practice because it did not give him vimukti. Then he discovered Noble Eightfold Path without help from anyone and practiced it, then he attained Buddhatva or enlightenment. Enlightenment is a state of being completely free from lust raga, hatred dosa, and delusion moha. By gaining enlightenment, you enter nirvana, in which the final stage is parinirvana. At this place, the Buddha was abandoned by the 5 men who had been his companions of earlier austerities. All they saw was an ordinary man, they mocked his well-nourished appearance. "Here comes the mendicant Gautama," they said. "Who has turned away from asceticism? He is certainly not worth our respect." When they reminded him of his former vows, the Buddha replied, "Austerities only confuse the mind. In the exhaustion and mental stupor to which they lead, one can no longer understand the ordinary things of life, still less the truth that lies beyond the senses. I have given up extremes of either luxury or asceticism. I have discovered the middle way. This is the path which is neither easy, a rich prince, nor hard, living in austere conditions practicing self-denial." Hearing this, the 5 ascetics became the Buddha's first disciples in Deer Park, Sarnath, 13 km n.e. of Benares. The disciples of Gautama Siddhartha began to visit the place during the full moon in the month of Vaisak, April to May, as per the Hindu calendar. Over time, the place became known as Bodh Gaya, the day of enlightenment as Buddha Purnima, and the tree is the Bodhi tree. The history of Bodh Gaya is documented by many inscriptions and pilgrimage accounts. Foremost among these are the accounts of the Chinese pilgrims Faxian in the 5th century and Xuanzang in the 7th century. The area was at the heart of a Buddhist civilization for centuries, until it was conquered by Turkic armies in the 13th century. The place name, Bodh Gaya, did not come into use until the 18th century CE. Historically, it was known as Uruvela, Sambodhi Sam plus Bodhi, complete enlightenment in Ashoka's major rock edict No. 8, Varasana, the diamond throne of the Buddha or Mahabodhi, great enlightenment. The main monastery of Bodh Gaya used to be called the Bodhimanda Vihara Pali. Now it is called the Mahabodhi Temple. Mahabodhi Temple. The complex, located about 110 km from Patna, at 24 degrees 41 minutes 43 seconds north 84 degrees 59 minutes 38 seconds east, contains the Mahabodhi Temple with the Varasana or diamond throne, and the holy Bodhi tree. This tree was originally a sapling of the Sri Maha Bodhi tree in Sri Lanka, itself grown from what is claimed to be a sapling of the original Bodhi tree. In approximately 250 BCE, about 200 years after the Buddha attained enlightenment, Buddhist Emperor Asoka visited Bodh Gaya in order to establish a monastery and shrine on the holy site, which have today disappeared. Representations of this early temple are found at Sanchi, on the Toranas of Stupa I, dating from around 25 BCE, and on a relief carving from the stupa railing at Barhat, from the early Shunga period c. 185 c. 73 BCE. The present pyramidal temple was built at the time of the Gupta Empire, circa the 6th century CE. Other Buddhist temples. Kitasiramega of Sri Lanka, a contemporary of Samudragupta, erected with the permission of Samudragupta, a Sangharama near the Mahabodhi temple, chiefly for the use of the Sinhalese monks who went to worship the Bodhi tree. The circumstances in connection with the Sangharama are given by Xuanzang Biel, Op. Cit. 133 ff, who gives a description of it as seen by himself. It was probably here that Buddhaghosa met the elder Ravada who persuaded him to come to Ceylon. Several Buddhist temples and monasteries have been built by the people of Bhutan, China, Japan, Myanmar, Nepal, Sikkim, Sri Lanka, Taiwan, Thailand, Tibet and Vietnam in a wide area around the Mahabodhi temple. These buildings reflect the architectural style, exterior and interior decoration of their respective countries. The statue of Buddha in the Chinese temple is 200 years old and was brought from China. Japan's Nippon temple is shaped like a pagoda. The Myanmar Burmese temple is also pagoda-shaped and is reminiscent of Bagan. The Thai temple has a typical sloping, curved roof covered with golden tiles. Inside, the temple holds a massive bronze statue of Buddha. Next to the Thai temple is 25-meter statue of Buddha located within a garden which has existed there for over 100 years. Sujata Stupa across the Falgu River is the Sujata Stupa, in the village of Bakror. The stupa was dedicated to the milkmaid Sujata, who is said to have fed Gautama Buddha milk and rice as he was sitting under a banyan tree, ending his 7 years of fasting and asceticism, and allowing him to attain illumination through the middle way. The stupa was built in the 2nd century BCE as confirmed by finds of black polished wares and punch-marked coins in the attending monastery. Mahabodhi temple serial blasts. On 7 July 2013, at around 5:15, a low-intensity bomb blast took place in the 2,500-year-old Mahabodhi temple complex. This was followed by a series of 9 low-intensity blasts which resulted in 2 monks being injured, one was Tibetan and the other Burmese. These blasts were carried out by an Islamic terrorist organization. The serial blasts did not cause any damage to the temple or the tree under which Buddha attained enlightenment. 2 other bombs, one under the 80-foot statue of the Buddha and the other near Karmapa temple, were defused by the police. Investigation of the blast was given to NIA, National Investigating Agency. 3 unexploded bombs were also found in the temple complex. Demographics. As per the 2001 census, Bodh Gaya had a population of 30,883. Males constitute 54% of the population and females 46%. Bodh Gaya has an average literacy rate of 51%, lower than the national average of 59.5%, with male literacy of 63% and female literacy of 38%. 8% of the population is under 6 years of age. Transportation. Buses have been introduced by BSTDC between Patna and Bodh Gaya via Rajgarh. A special caravan service called Wonder on Wheel, between Patna and Bodh Gaya, has been introduced by Bihar Tourism Dept. Gaya Airport is situated 7 km from Bodh Gaya and approximately 10 km from Gaya railway station. See also: Gaya, Bakror, Ghasain Gamandigarh, Bodh Gaya bombings, Adi Badri, Haryana, Kirkahar Horde, Magadh University, Indian Institute of Management Bodh Gaya. Notes. Bibliography. Kinnard, Jacob N. 1998. When is the Buddha not the Buddha? The Hindu-Buddhist Battle over Bodh Gaya and its Buddha Image. Journal of the American Academy of Religion 66 817–839. Giri, David, Sayers, Matthew R., Amar, Abhishek Singh 2012. Cross-Disciplinary Perspectives on a Contested Buddhist Site, Bodh Gaya Jataka. London, New York, Routledge. External links. Bodh Gaya Travel Guide from Wikivoyage. Detailed history of Bodh Gaya by Ven. S. Dhammika. Photos of Mahabodhi Temple and Bodh Gaya. Description of Bodh Gaya by the Chinese pilgrim monk Faxian 399–414 AC.